Hi, in this tutorial we are going to be learning to use the rectangular and circular pattern in CATIA. Now, patterns are used to propagate features over multiple instances, and they are regularly used in modeling to save time. For instance, you have a model that you want to, a feature that you want to make multiple copies of, and you don't want to have to go through the process of going to the sketch, drawing the sketch, extruding or making a pocket or making a draft of that thing. You just want to propagate the same copies of a particular one over a large number of instances. So that's where patterns come in handy. In this tutorial, I'm going to be making a pattern of this pad, and we'll see how it works in CATIA. So we first select the pad and we hit the rectangular pattern, and we have the rectangular pattern window pop up, and here we can make our selections as appropriate. So what we do is we select here a reference element, and the moment we do that, we have another instance pop up, and in this instances column we can select as many instances as possible, and we have one instance. We must increase the number of instances. We have 2 instances, 3 instances. Of course, we use our reverse to reverse the orientation of the instance. 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is where we alter the spacing between the instances. Here we have a spacing of 20 millimeters. We can alter this spacing to 30 millimeters to accommodate more, or 35 millimeters. So we have 5 instances spaced over 35 millimeters between each instance, and we have that, and we select OK to have our instances. So this is how we can make rectangular patterns in CATIA. So we're able to save a lot of time using these rectangular patterns, and we don't have to go back to making sketches over and over and over again in the pattern system. Now, the next thing we'll use is how to make circular patterns in CATIA. So we delete our pattern. We delete our sketch. We delete our pad. And we delete the sketch. And we delete the pad. Of course, you can select all of these instances and delete them at the same time, so you don't take the stress of doing them one by one. And we have our sketch. I've selected my XY plane. We have our sketch here, and I'm going to make a circular pad. I'm going to be giving this a dimension of 150, and I will be exiting my sketch and making a pad out of this. So I make a pad, I give it 15 millimeters, preview, and OK. So we have our pattern here, and the first thing I do is I select my face. I select sketch because I'm drawing on the face, and immediately the software puts it perpendicular to me, which is normal to, and then I draw a smaller circle here, and my goal is to propagate this circle round the base pad, which is pad 5, and give it a dimension small. This dimension is 11.6. I give it 10 and okay. And the next thing I do is I exit my sketch and I pad. I give this a pad of 20 or 25. 20 seems fine, and it's at 20. And my goal is to propagate this cylindrical pad around the base pad. And the first thing I do is I select the pad 6. I go down to my circular pattern and I select my circular pattern, and the circular pattern definition pops up, and I have instance angular spacing, instance total angle, angular spacing and total angle. Whatever option works for you here, that's what you use. We'll use instance and angular spacing because it's much easier to do that. And I'll be setting my angle at 45 degrees. Of course, you're allowed to set your angles however you want. I'll probably put my own at 30 degrees here, and then I select my instances. I want 10 instances, and at this place I make my reference element selection. So I select this edge as my reference element. Okay, I think the edge is not working, so I probably select the face as my reference element. I select the face, and once I do that, I have 10 instances here, and I don't think it's enough, so I should probably make this 11 instances or 12, right? Yeah, 12 seems fine. So it's looking like a clock right now, and I select okay. 12 instances, total angular spacing 30 degrees, total angle 330 degrees, and I select okay. So the moment I do that, I have my angle spaced out and my circular pattern done right. And this is what I have here. And this is how you do circular patterns and linear and rectangular patterns in CATIA. See you in the next tutorial.